Hi, this is my first problem for the SAT. Okay, I'm going to be using the official SAT study guide. I'm going to be choosing similar problems. Not the same problems, but similar problems. So the first problem that I have here is this problem. Okay, so I have a fraction. Not just any fraction, but you can see that the denominator is a polynomial. And what is the question here? What I'm trying to find here. Which of the following is the value of x for which the expression 4 over x squared minus 4x minus 12, it's going to be undefined. I already underlined the word undefined because that's what I'm trying to find. What is undefined? That's the first thing that you should know. What are they asking you? What is undefined? So I hope you remember that a fraction is going to be undefined whenever you have a zero at the bottom. In that case, your fraction is going to be undefined. Just forget about that numerator here. Like this one, I have a 4. Ignore that. You don't need to worry about that. What you have to do is the denominator. So that means we're trying to find right here a 0. So in that case, your fraction is going to be undefined. Okay, so we're ready to start. So now that we know what is undefined, so we're going to be working with what we have right here as the denominator. In this case, I have a polynomial. So I have a polynomial and I have x squared minus 4x minus 12. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, if you already took algebra, you know that you have to factor this out. That's the first thing you need to do. So I'm going to do my factoring right here. Then there's something else that is good for us. If your leading coefficient is 1, you're good. You only have exactly 2 factors, x times x. So you don't need to worry about that. So I'm going to multiply x times x. If I multiply x times x, it's going to be x squared. So now I need to move and find factors for negative 12. Factors for negative 12. We need to find, okay, again, all the factors for negative 12. Remember, I'm trying to get a negative. In order to get a negative number, I need to multiply a positive and a negative, or a negative and a positive. So I'm going to start with the first 2 factors, 1 and 12. But remember, I'm trying to get a negative, so 1 must be negative and the other one has to be positive. So it's going to be 1 times negative 12. It's going to be negative 12, so we're good right here. But what happened if I multiply negative 1 times 12? I'm still going to be able to get negative 12, so I must include both. So this is going to be negative 12. I move to the next 2 factors. So it's going to be 2 times 6, negative 6. One of them must be negative. So this is going to be negative 12 as well. So I'm good right here. Then I can also have negative 2 times 6. Negative 2 times 6, negative 12. Okay, so I have 4 factors right now. 4 of them, 4 to try. So now I move to the next 2, which is 3 times negative 4. So you can see that 3 times negative 4, I'm going to get negative 12. So now I have negative 3 times positive 4. It's negative 12 as well. So now I have all the factors. So how do I know which one is going to be right here? So now my next step is going to be to add all of those factors. And when I add it, I should get the middle term. In this case, I have negative 4. So I'm trying to get negative 4 by adding those 2 factors. So if I add 1 plus negative 12, so plus, okay, and negative is going to be a negative right here. When you multiply, it's going to be a negative. So it's going to be 1 minus 12. What is 1 minus 12? It's going to be negative 11. Negative 11, I'm trying to get negative 4. So this one doesn't work. I move to the next 2. So if this is negative 12, negative 11, that means this is going to be positive. So we're going to see right here. So now I have negative 1. Negative 1 plus 12. You can see that the higher it's going to be 12. It's a positive. So this one is going to be positive 11. So it doesn't work. The first and last and the second doesn't work. So I move to the next one. Now in this case I have, let me use this. And this one is going to be 2 plus negative 6 plus negative 6. 2 minus 6 is going to be, what happened here? Negative 4. So I'm done. I don't need to worry about the rest. Okay? So that means I have the two factors. Just to check, just to make sure, and I'm going to show you that this is the only one that it's going to work. Let me do this. I'm going to do it really fast. And this is going to be negative 2 plus 6 equals 4. This is negative 4, so it doesn't work. Now I move to this one. And this is going to be 3 minus 4. It's going to be negative 1. This is negative 4, so you can see it doesn't work right here. This one, this one. So now for this one, it's going to be negative 3 plus 4. So you can see one is positive, one is negative. So I have those two factors. That means one is positive, the other one is negative. You're going to keep exactly with the same sign. So if this is positive, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm using those two. So I'm using 2 times negative 6. This is positive, positive 2. So that means this is going to be plus 2 minus 6. So that should be my two factors. I'm done. No, I'm not done. So I need to keep working. See right here, okay? I'm not done yet. So I have to do something here. So right here, I have 4 divided by x plus 2, x minus 6. So now I'm going to see when it's going to be 0 right here. So that means I have two equations right here. This is 1 and this is 2. So x minus 6 equals 0. So now I add 6 to both sides. So x equals to positive 6. And now in this case, it's going to be x plus 2 equals 0. Now in order to leave x by itself, I need to subtract 2 from both sides right here. So x equals to negative 2. So now right here, how we're going to check this? By going back here, and we're going to plug it in. So I'm going to do this. Negative 2. When x equals negative 2. Negative 2 plus 2, 0. So in that case, you're going to have a 0 right here. So the fraction is going to be undefined. We're going to do the same with the other one. Now, if x equals 6, 6 minus 6, 0. And every time that you multiply a number times 0, it's going to be 0. So it's going to be undefined. So now we're going back right here and we're going to see the options. Do we see 4? Yes, the 4 is here. Remember I told you, you don't need to worry about the top. Ignore that. So this one is the worst choice. So you don't choose this one. So right here is good. Then we have negative 2. Do we have negative 2? Yes, when x equals negative 2, it's going to be undefined. So you can see sometimes they're going to give you one positive, one negative. You need to be careful with that. Just make sure to see when it's going to be 0. So it's this one, it's not good. So this one is not good. So you can actually plug it in. The other way to do this is by plug it in. Okay, so this is one way to do it. Okay, so I'm done with this. Okay, and the next thing that you can actually do here, if you have time, okay, if you don't know how to do this, you can actually plug it in here. I'm going to erase this. This is what I found right here. I don't need this, okay? So this is going to be minus 6 and plus 2. Okay, so now if you don't know how to do your factoring, you can actually plug it in, go with the 4 here, and then you're going to say 4 squared is going to be 16, working with a. This is going to be 16 minus 4 times 4 minus 12. So you can see right here, 16 minus 16 minus 12. 16 minus 16, 0. So now 8 is going to be negative 12. So you don't have 0 right there. So now we move to B. B right here. Now with B, remember this is negative 2. So I'm going to do here negative 2 squared minus 4 times negative 2 minus 12. So what happened here? This is going to be 4, okay? It's a negative, but the exponent, it's an even number, so it's going to be positive. And a negative times another negative is going to be positive as well. So right here it's going to be plus 8 minus 12 right here. So now you can see right here, okay? So right here you can see 4 plus 8 is going to be 12. 12 minus 12, ooh, what happened here? 0. So you can see that both ways you can actually get your answer. Okay, so this is my first problem. Again, I'm going to be working with more problems. Any questions that you have, please leave a comment. Okay, thank you.